Hello, my name's Martin Taylor, and for the past 6.5 years I've been working with ArtistWorks with my fingerstyle guitar school, my online interactive guitar school, which is an amazing concept that ArtistWorks started a number of years ago, and I was very happy to be part of that family, not from the very beginning but right from the very early days. Now, I started playing the guitar in 1960. And I was raised in the UK, and we had a lot of music going on at that time, but everybody was self-taught because there wasn't anywhere you could go. There wasn't any colleges. Of course, the internet hadn't been invented. It was a long way off yet. So we all taught ourselves. We'd get together with other guitar players, other kids that were interested in playing the guitar, and we would learn that way. I was fortunate that my father was a jazz musician. He played the double bass, so I was around musicians all the time and just absorbing the music. But for a lot of my friends, it wasn't quite so easy. That's why I think our house became a little bit of a hub for any young kid that wanted to play music in our area. So things have changed. Things have moved on a lot. So I started to tour all over the world from a very early age. I was only 15 when I was first playing professionally, touring, and then when I was 22, I started working with the great jazz violinist Stéphane Grappelli, who you will all be familiar with through his the Hot Club of France with Django Reinhardt, and then started to really do a lot of international travel, making albums, and I was signed with Sony Records for a number of years. And then something's kind of happened later on, and I'd never ever thought about teaching before. Personally, I was self-taught, and I just kind of picked things up as I went along, which wasn't unusual at that time. Everyone really kind of did that. But then when I started the online school with ArtistWorks, well, the first thing I had to do was actually analyze my own playing, because I'd never really thought about what I do. So I had to sit down and say, okay, what happens? What's going on here? So after a while, I kind of figured that out, and I thought, okay, now how am I going to teach this? How can I get that information across to my students? So I formulated a course, and along the way, and found a way of explaining what I do, and really giving my students, more than anything, giving them the building blocks to be able to create their own music. And I think if it hadn't been for interactive online teaching, I probably wouldn't have done this, because the great thing about it is that at any point a student can send me a video, and I will film a video response, or sometimes I'll just text a response, so the student can work on specific things at any given time, rather than if you go to a guitar teacher once a month for 2 hours. You're bombarded with a lot of information in that 2 hours, and then not all of it sticks. But with the site, everything's here, everything stays on the site, so it's very focused. So I've had very happy time doing this. I've made so many friends, guitar playing friends around the world. I've got students, I believe it's over 80 countries now, and this has been a great thing for me to do, and it's gave me a whole new lease of life, that after having just played music for so many years, I'm now able to pass on the knowledge that I've accumulated over these years to guitar players, guitar students all over the world.